Hello and welcome to Meanwhile Back on the Hobby Farm. Well, you caught me. I'm out in public and I'm wetting my plants. We're kind of still in a drought over here out in West Michigan. We haven't got much rain. We got a sprinkle in about the last 10 days, I think. That's about it. So we have to water these plants and shrubs and trees every single day until we get some well-needed rain. I know the hayfields aren't doing very well. These are my elderberry bushes I planted the other day. And I'm going to put this phone down for 1 second. I apologize about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Not using the GoPro today. Forgot to charge it up. But yeah, these are the elderberry plants. It's gonna take a couple years for me. I might get a little fruit at the end of the summer, but for the most part, let me put this camera straight here. Here we go. For the most part, there's going to be no fruit for it, to harvest this year. Next year, they should be taking off a lot better. And what I'm going to do is, this nozzle is not cooperating with me. I'm going to actually get down there and hand wet those when I'm all done here. These are my blueberry bushes. I'm going to pick up some more this year, some Dukes from my supplier. Make it sound like I'm a drug deal, huh? From my dealer. My dealer, I'm going to buy some more blueberry plants. I'm going to plant them on the other side of the elderberries. But these were planted last year. I think I should have done some pruning on the bottom. I was told that when I bought them, and I didn't, so I'm going to have to ask the expert if it's too late, or should I have to wait until the fall time to do that. But I've got some good rich compost there from my chickens, horses, goats. Sorry girls, we don't put dog poop in there. Grapes are going really great. Grapes are going very well. We should have another good harvest this year. Everybody keeps on telling me to make grape juice or wine. Hey, it doesn't interest me. I don't like wine, and kind of feel it's kind of a waste. You don't get that much juice, out of the grapes. Although it's good, I'd rather just make the jams and jellies and sell them and give them away and do what I have to do. This is my apple mint right here, doing absolutely great. My catnip over here, that's taking off a little on the slower side. I thought it would be doing a lot better, but I cleaned these beds out by hand just 3 weeks ago. They were all mulched up with leaves for the winter. Hysops is what I planted yesterday over here. Just on one half of it. I don't have enough boxes if I want to plant all my seeds that I got this year. So some of these boxes I'm going to split. This is spearmint over here. This is taking off really slow. Don't know what the scoop is with that, but they will take off. This box will be full like the apple mint in no time. Had some thyme in there among the weeds. There's some dried up rosemary. Here's my jalapeno peppers with the banana peppers in the little round pot in the middle. Just planted those last night. Gonna give them a good soaking. Now I'm standing atop of one of the cherry boxes, and it really sucks getting old, because I know what they mean about losing your balance with age, because I almost did a couple of face flops. Didn't want to, it almost happened. Strawberries are doing good. I've got a catnip plant growing in the middle of it. I'm going to have to pluck that out. I made an executive decision during my sleep time today. And that is, I am not going down there to go get some dead logs and branches and putting them in a cart and hauling them all the way up the hill to fill these boxes up on the bottom 2/3 of them. I am not going to do that. It's just too much work. I've got a friend that's been harvesting a lot of wood and dead wood and piles, and I think I'm going to go over there and ask if I could take some there, just load it up in the back of the pickup truck, a whole pickup truck full, and then come around over here with the pickup truck, back it right up over here. This way I can unload it, because if I do it the other way, we're talking probably about 15 loads of loading them into a cart and back-breaking, pulling them up a hill like a mule, I guess you would call me the human mule, and then loading them in there when I can just back up to a pile elsewhere, load them up, back right up over here with one load in a pickup truck. I think that's going to be the plan. I do a lot of my thinking when I am about to fall asleep after my overnight gig. Got to unwind a little bit, and I think that's the route. I am going to get these stumps pulled out hopefully within the next week. Get those, put them in a big pile, let them dry up a little bit and burn them. But a lot of people ask me why I don't put an overhead sprinkler, and I may do it as a backup when I'm not home. I have one that has a timer on it, but for the most part, actually, this is very therapeutic for me to stand here. I get to do a little video sometimes, or just stand here and think. You know, the hamster wheel is turning in my head 24/7, but this is relaxing to me, just standing here. But you know, sometimes time doesn't allow it, something comes up, I can't do it, I'm going to put the overhead sprinkler on there. We've got a couple big days coming up in a row. Our wedding reception's coming up, and also the next day is my youngest son's high school open house. So I'm not going to have time to be standing out here. We're going to be having company from out of state. I'm not going to have the time, so I will definitely put the overhead sprinkler out here and hope that it gets every little nick and cranny. But they say get your flowers in by Memorial Day. They call that Flower Day or Flower Weekend or whatever Mom used to call it. It's going to be tough to get these boxes filled up, but that's my goal, Wednesday, to fill them all up with the logs and the branches and the twigs. And again, as I mentioned earlier, the reason why I do that is there's no need using good top quality compost to fill a whole box up all the way to the bottom when the roots aren't even going to make it past 10 inches. So we put the branches and the twigs and the logs, and that actually decomposes. It creates it almost ferments. It creates a good harmony of balance of nutrients inside the soil. And yes, they will rot out over the few years, and then you just, at that point, you can add some more compost on the top. But I still have to drill the hole and put the plastic and the screens in the bottom of those. I'm not going to, if you can see right there where the hose is, I have that white gutter. I am not putting the gutters in on the other ones. I decided I'm just going to put a 4-inch or 3.5-inch diameter hole on the bottom of each of the new box, and put a screen over it, a mesh, and line it with plastic, the same thing. Eventually, maybe 5, 6, 7 years down the road, these boxes will, the bottom, the plastic will disintegrate. There'll be pinholes. They will rot. Everything will drop. I'm not worried about 5, 6 years down the road. I get by day here. When that time comes, if we're still here, we just put more cinder blocks around the boxes and replant everything and fill it so everything actually goes down to the ground level. Okay, I'm going to turn around here without trying to break a hip and get down this ladder. And I did it. Just seems like yesterday my folks were here, and my boys were helping my mom walk around the backyard and getting around slow, and my stepdad took a tumble out in the back, out on the top of the back 40. We had to go pick him up. I always wondered why do old people, why do they lose their balance? Why do they, what's going on? I understand, because I'm telling you, back in my day, for those of you watching from Massachusetts area, Lowell, Mass, up off of Andover Street, those old mansions, they were 3 or 4 stories high up on a hill. I would be literally with a 40-foot ladder, with a 20-foot ladder wrapped around my arm, going to a small perch roof, 40 feet up, set up another 20-foot ladder, climb up on there, and hold on to the edge of the house with one hand, and I would have a paintbrush in the other. I couldn't do that. I would probably have a heart attack and drop dead on the ground. Those are the good old days when I was young. Had somebody comment the other day and says, why are you using wooden boxes made in China? Well, everybody, you know, automatically your brain, when you see made in and it begins with a C, you assume, your brain tricks you that it's something made from China. No, they're from Canada. And some of them were free, some of them I bought. They are made in Canada. I try to stay away from anything made in China. Personal reasons, I guess. I'm going to put some exterior boxes attached to the outside of these strawberries and let the runners go in them and reattach, because these strawberries are going to, I'm not going to get many out of them if I just leave these 4 boxes. Chives are doing absolutely great. Some dill in there from last year. And we're going to do this with one hand. We're going to put it on spray and we're going to get this garlic. You know, to be honest with you, I've never planted garlic before. So I've got to find out when to harvest them. Like I said, supposed to harvest them in October. Not harvest them, plant them in October, leave them out all winter. I didn't do it until less than a week before Thanksgiving. We had a very mild fall and winter, so evidently it didn't do any harm to them by planting them late. You can see it's way down. The compost soil has gone down quite a few. I'm going to raise them up a little bit. Some I won't do until after things have been harvested. I should have done it earlier this spring, but well, in this case, you had to do this in the fall time because of when I planted. But my other ones, I'm going to see that coffee grounds in there. Use a lot of coffee grounds. We don't waste anything around here. Come around over here and get some more of those chives. Look good. I think we're going to get these jalapeno peppers to go. Look how tiny. It's amazing. Mother Nature can offer how things can just grow from a little seedling to something massive. Okay, we're going to come around over here. Don't mind the weeds. I didn't get around to weeding the ground yet. Story of my life. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to one-hand this again. Look at that, huh? Pretty good for an old goat. The foliage pretty well dried up and died up on these, and I just planted them, what, 4 or 5 days ago? 5 days ago. They should come back. I hope they do. Wasn't a big expense. I bought these from my county agricultural extension. They advertise, they sell basically just trees. Can't really get fruits and vegetables, except this is one of the exceptions, because elderberries, actually some people grow it just for the tree and the shade and the ornament and how it looks, and others grow it because they want to harvest the berries, which I definitely want to do. But then they should take off. So like I said, most of the foliage is the little bit that was on them, like this one here, is pretty well dried up. This one's just about gone, but it should take root and revive, I hope. Look at these blueberries. Going to have some good blueberries this year. That's why we're looking into purchasing other land. And, you know, I'm in no rush because, hey, if we're stuck here, we're stuck here. If we get something too big, then it just means more work. Definitely don't want to get something that we have to start from scratch. Well, obviously with plants and trees and shrubs you would, but we don't want to get anything that, we don't want to build anything. We're too old. We're not building anything. So if we end up staying here, hey, we stay here. We're happy, healthy, and wise. If we end up going, hey, it is what it is. Whatever's in the plan book from the man upstairs is what we're going to do. Maybe even just getting a piece of land close by with nothing on it, just to put the horses out and maybe use it to grow our own hay, which we do right now, but that's on land that's given to us as a gift to grow it. So I don't know, I'm just rambling on here. So I think that's about it. These are my 2 racks I got last year for free on the side of the road. Kept on saying I was going to paint them up, and I didn't. Grapevines are doing great. Give them a little bit of water. Really don't have to, but I know I get thirsty on the hot days. Still trying to find, if anybody watching this, I'm trying to find some Concord grapes. I just need 3 plants. That's all I need. Can't find them anywhere. Seems to be a Concord grape, and I'm not doing online no more. I'm done with that. I've got screwed over too many times. I'll do without. Well, we're going to come over here and see how these guys are doing. The goat's over there. Dump this water here. This is for the dogs. Hi guys. Look at that, they ate all that foliage over there. If you recall 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, it was all green. It's all gone. Hi Simon, how you doing buddy? I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. I am ordering a, let's shut this off. I am ordering a trash pump from Harbor Freight. Am I getting it from? Yeah, Harbor Freight. $218, 20% off coupon. And I'm going to try it. This is one you don't put inside the pond. It's like in a caged generator, square. Leave it on the shore and stick the 2-inch hose, discharge hose in the water. And then also, well, actually, I'm not going to put it in the water. I'm going to put it above the water, put a bracket, let it shoot up in the air so it creates oxygen in the water. And then it's going to have a 2-inch hose that has a suction cup on it. It's going to have a basket with a filter on the end, and we're going to see if we can get all of this green, mucky crap out of there. But not alone. I have to put some tablets in there it's called Muck Busters or Muck Pucks, and put that on the bottom, and that will stop the algae from growing. If it does get clear, then I may end up going to the expense and getting a gallon of the blue dye and putting it in there twice a year, and that stops the sun from going to the bottom of the pond and letting the algae grow and all that. How you doing, buddy? Simon. How you doing, buddy? What do you think? How are you doing? How you doing? Mama's going to have some more puppies pretty soon. Yeah. We have set her up for her play date, don't we, huh? Yeah. This is Mom's daughter, Marley. She was in heat last week. Almost over. And then everybody's getting fixed. No more puppies after this round. That's it. Hi, guys. How you doing, Tennille? That tail is always wagging. You're a happy boy. Hey, where's your brother? He's back there eating. Hey, Captain. Captain. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you for stopping by and seeing the watering of the plants. Take care.